Flying long distances with a drone always teaches you something new about your equipment and the environment. Every flight is a mix of planning, intuition, and a little bit of luck. Most importantly, though, you should always conduct these tests in areas where there are no people or anything that could be at risk if something goes wrong. Even though this drone is very reliable, it's still essential to take every precaution. On one of my recent flights, I reached around 9.6 kilometers when the signal suddenly dropped to a single bar. At first, it felt like a surprise, but after checking the numbers, the reason became clear. My drone was flying at 120 meters, and the trees in that area are around 25 meters tall. Even when you include the Fresnel zone, that invisible bubble around the signal path that needs to stay mostly clear, the drone still had plenty of clearance. The treetops weren't cutting into the signal the way you might expect. So why did the connection weaken? It comes down to a few practical factors. The first is antenna orientation on the controller. Even a small mistake in how you angle the antennas can dramatically reduce range. The second is the forest itself. Dense or wet trees absorb and scatter radio waves, gradually weakening the signal over several kilometers. A light fog or haze, like I had that day with visibility around 10 kilometers, can have a very minor effect, but it's negligible compared to distance and obstacles. And third, at long distances, the drone may slightly reduce its connection speed to maintain the link, which can make the signal appear weaker. The short version, the drone wasn't too low. The math says it had plenty of clearance. The signal dropped because of a mix of antenna angle, forest absorption, normal distance-related weakening, a touch of haze, and slight connection adjustments by the drone. This is completely normal on long-range flights, even in seemingly wide-open areas. For comparison, in the mountains I've had excellent signal performance, reaching about 12.5 kilometers with no significant drop in connection. Flying long distances is all about understanding your equipment and the environment. With proper planning and awareness, you can confidently push your limits while keeping your drone safe. To increase range in situations like this, focus on proper antenna alignment, flying at slightly higher altitude if possible, avoiding dense forests, and keeping electronic devices away from the controller to minimize interference. These adjustments can help maintain a stronger signal and make long-distance flights more reliable. And remember, push every limit, chase every kilometer, and fly smart. Only a special breed of crazies will truly understand.